Hello, my name is Cassidy Worley, and this is my business proposal idea. It's a bakery slash cafe that I'm calling Hestia's Hearth. Some of the other business ideas I had thought about starting was a zero waste shop where people could come in and refill their used bottles with sustainable, eco-friendly, low impact goods. The reason I didn't choose a zero waste shop was because a majority of the products would be shipped in from other manufacturers, and it just wasn't something that I really want to do in the long run. Another idea I had was a book subscription service where each month I would send out a new and unique book based on the client's wants, needs, and dislikes. The reason I didn't choose this is because a brick and mortar building is much more appealing to me than an online business. Another business idea was to buy a wall decor manufacturer that was up for sale. And this business specializes in creating unique and vintage looking wall decor pieces. The reason I didn't choose this one is because it was a really new territory and it just wasn't something I wanted to do. I would much rather do something I love from the ground up than buy into a business that I don't really have an interest in. So, Hestia's Hearth. It's a bakery and cafe, and I decided on a bakery because I personally love baking. I have a lot of experience both in my home life and professionally in the food industry and in bakeries. And I also just want to open up a place where people love to be and enjoy spending time at. I want it to be something that is comforting and they care about. The reason I chose a bakery is because there's a lack of artisan style bakeries with fresh whole ingredients and not just the sugary snacks that we see nowadays. I want to have fresh baked goods and pastries that are baked fresh in house every day, as well as other foods like sandwiches and quiches, as well as delicious drinks, not just coffee, but tea and hot milks as well. I plan to start selling online at first and through catering events and other parties and whatnot to get my name out there before putting down roots in a brick and mortar to make sure that people are actually interested in a bakery like this. My business model is pretty simple. First, I will go through and develop recipes and develop a menu and different tastes that I feel really cater to the needs of the market in the Spokane area. I will then purchase the ingredients needed to make those recipes in large quantities. And then once the ingredients are purchased, I will make the recipes and the bread and the pastries. Then once those are out of the oven and cooled down, I will sell them to people and make a profit, and then I will develop more recipes, and then the cycle will continue. For my go to market strategy, I hope to use a variety of both online and local resources in order to get my name out there and to promote my business. Using social media, I will use platforms like Instagram and Facebook in order to connect with my target audience as well as with other bakeries around the world. On social media, I also plan to host giveaways, promotions, and sales. I will also create a 15-second ad to run on television and through social media in order to again boost my sales and to promote my business. I hope to work with local businesses in order to boost my reputation in the local community by using local balloons, local signage, local ingredients, a photographer in my area for my branding, as well as a accountant. I also hope to participate in local bake sales, charity events, and even selling online to promote my business to a wider range of people. Some of the competition in my area includes Sweet Frostings, a primarily cupcake shop, and Rocket Bakery, which is a bakery and grocery store combined. Some of the technology needed for my business is, of course, a POS system to social media is another form of technology used for branding and promoting sales. I also need ovens and mixers for making the breads and pastries. An accounting system like QuickBooks is also needed. I will also need an internet and business phone only to be used for the operating systems and to make important business phone calls. I also plan to incorporate a KDS system. Some of the team members I'd be looking to hire are bakers and baristas. I will also hire a dishwasher to keep up on keeping the kitchen tidy and the dishes clean and sanitized. I will also hire a few shift supervisors. A manager will also be hired in order to, again, keep employees on task, but to also handle administrative responsibilities and creating schedules. So for startup costs, I'm looking at around $200,000. A space large enough for a kitchen and a dining area will cost around $5,000 a month, as well as a $5,000 deposit, plus equipment, training, and opening inventory, signage, grand opening advertising, some other prepaid expenses, and the organizational costs. And I also need to have a working capital and cash saved up in the back in case of last minute emergencies and to just make sure that there's cash on hand. So for my loan, I am asking for a loan at 4.25% for $300,000, and it's going to be a 5-year business loan. The monthly payment will be around $5,500 for a total of 60 payments, with an interest of $33,000 and a total loan payment of $333,000. The reason I need this loan is to help pay off the startup costs, rent, and equipment until substantial profit is being brought in. The legal structure of my business will be classified as an LLC or a limited liability corporation. This is a separate entity that has the same responsibilities and rights as a person with no additional business tax. I, as the owner, will not be personally liable for LLC debts. I will also need to form an operating agreement that clarifies the ownership duties for the LLC. In Washington, I will need to file for a Washington LLC certificate of formation as well as an LLC EIN in order to hire employees and reserve taxes for them. So this is the end of my presentation. Here are the sources I used to get some of my information from. I hope you enjoyed and will consider offering me a loan. Thank you and have an amazing day.